So I was able to meet up with a young man who I used to coach. Big heart, but his body couldn't keep up with all the things he wanted to do in sports and in life. So he came to me and we started working together, and he got quite a bit stronger, was really good at listening and paying attention and doing the things he needed to do to get better. And I remember watching him during his high school game, senior year, on his way to state in basketball. And he was under the basket, and he had like 4 guys over top of him, and these boys were just covering him. And he came and busted through all of them like a volcano to come and dunk the basketball. It was so cool to watch. Anyways, we were talking a little bit today because he was helping me drive and pick up a truck. It was good to see him because I haven't seen him in a while. But the good part about it was we were talking about how kids will spend so much money on coaching to learn how to train, to learn how to be better at basketball, to learn how to be better at football. And they do all those kind of things so they know what to do and what not to do, what they should be focused on and what they should ignore, or what they should not do, and make sure they don't make that mistake. And people spend a lot of money on this, and they fully accept it, and they're eager to take it. And then we talked about God. How God gives us the same thing. He gives us laws, and the laws He gives us are meant to help us to progress and come back to Him. They're meant to help us get rid of the things that are unimportant and to focus on the things that are important. Not on things that will help us dunk a basketball or run faster or anything like that. Those are fun things to do, and there's nothing wrong with any of that. But this is to actually get back to God, to be with Him, to be able to love Him with all our heart, all our mind, all our soul, and to be able to love our neighbor like ourselves. These are all things we're striving to do, but sometimes we need a little extra help. And if God comes down from heaven and said, I have a new law for you, I hope that all of us would be so happy to be able to hear the law and go, what is this? What's the next thing I need to do to help me get closer to you? I love it. During our drive today, this young man shared with me a little bit about his mission that he served in Australia. And on this mission, he was telling me how his first companion was lazy. He just didn't want to do that much work. And so my friend would get up early in the morning, read his scriptures, get ready for the day, all that kind of stuff. His companion was still asleep at noon, just waking up. And he went through this whole process, lasted like about 6 weeks. And when he went to his next companion, because he got his next companion, he set down expectations and said, hey, I study hard, I work hard, I'm willing to go out and serve, and I want to have the Spirit with me. And if you're doing something, if you're with me and doing something that is taking away the Spirit and not allowing us to work like we should be working, he goes, we're going to have a problem. When we're not out working, you can do whatever you want to, it doesn't matter to me. But when we're together and we're working, then you need to be on your game. You come because I want to be here. I want to get as much out of being here as possible. I want to give as much as possible. I think it's amazing. I think it's great. I think it's a lesson in life of how we can love people, but we need to love God more. And by loving God more, we actually call people to be better than they are currently. Sometimes we're the ones calling, sometimes we're the ones being called. But when we hear the call, or when we see a call needed, we extend the call. That's love. To simply be quiet and to be able to not express that isn't love. It's malicious and subversive. I think it's a great lesson I just learned this morning, again, from this young man. This great conversation with a young man who has a great heart. I'm so thankful to be friends with him. And thankful to hear him doing so well